welcome back to Titanic's Deck Tech video. Today we have a really cool feature. We're going to be working with Aragorn the Uniter. He's a red, green, white, and blue commander, legendary creature, human noble. Whenever you cast a white spell, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever you cast a blue spell, scry 2. Whenever you cast a red spell, Aragorn the Uniter deals 3 damage to target opponent. Whenever you cast a green spell, target creature gets 4/4 until end of turn. So, what a great avenue for playing an abundance of spells. You really want to kind of generate value off of casting abundance. You can deal that damage to an opponent. You can get Aragorn stronger. I think primarily we're going to focus on the 4/4 and the 3 damage. Kind of get our opponents down through damage essentially. Now we have a lot of Modern Horizon 3 cards here. So I have a really nice mana base here. I've kind of already set that up here. But I mean, the amount of spells that you can play now, and as lands as well, is just kind of amazing, including the free spells that have been added to this set. It's really kind of like, I think really changed like Aragorn, to be honest, and really kind of improved it dramatically, actually. Let's just go over some of the Modern Horizon 3 cards here that have this kind of ability where you could just play them as lands, lose a little bit of life, use your life as a resource, and then to that addition you have these other effects where, for instance, you could sacrifice one of your creatures and gain X life and draw X cards where X is that creature's power, and that's an enter the battlefield trigger. So that's a very interesting card for us, especially with Aragorn's +4 when we're kind of adding power to the board. Just a very interesting card in general. The fact that it acts as a land too is really something, right? Then you have like another card here, like a Pinnacle Monk, where it can return like target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard to a hand, or it can act as a land, kind of like a Balaged Recovery, and it could also just act as a creature with prowess. It's very interesting. Very mid-rangey kind of cards here too, where they can act as lands, or we can go ahead and, cast them at a later turn, get value off of them. We have these really interesting flares too, where you basically can just like have a criteria of a non-token creature on the battlefield and basically sacrifice that creature, and then you'll get a benefit from it. For instance, this one, you can sacrifice a non-token white creature spell rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Till end of turn, your life total can't change, and permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible. Really interesting stuff. And all in all, with all these spells in general, that they just can be lands, or they can be spells. This particular one, I probably like kind of rely more on like if they're spells, to be honest. Like this one's probably not as good as some of the others. I would keep this because we do have synergy to get back our instants or sorceries. This one just has really good synergy with Aragorn. We don't exactly have to play all these cards. Let's just keep going here. Like the Flare of Cultivation. Once again, like this is really important for like our storm count. Like if we want to keep our storm going, for instance, like a Urabrask or something like that, we can keep the chain going. Like maybe sacrifice one of our mana dorks, keeping that spell count going. So I think Flare of Cultivation is like a really interesting card where it could just act as a cultivate in general, which is also fine. How about this one? I think this is also very good for Aragorn, right? Where he can, buff up our Aragorn, get even more procs from the 2/2, fight a creature, or act as a land. I think that's fantastic. Balaged Recovery, this isn't from the new Modern Horizon set, but it's just, kind of fits in line with these, right? Now, we don't want to die, right? We want to have an ability to, like, if we're going to be paying all this 3 life into these spells, we kind of need some things to gain us life. So I think Ancient Cornucopia is a really good choice for Aragorn. Also, this Flare of Duplication, what a brutal one where we're just like sacrifice a non-token red creature, and then all of a sudden we're copying the target instant or sorcery spell. It seems very good for us. Okay, and then Sundering Eruption. Once again, it's just the option to be a spell or a land, so I think it's just fine for Aragorn. Aragorn wants an abundance of spells, and sometimes it's going to be, like I said, be a land or be a spell, so it's a great addition. Sink into Stupor. Wow, just like another kind of like a can return a permanent to its owner's hand. It kind of acts as that, delay. And then also we can also just play it as a land as well. It's just another fantastic choice. Here's the Flare of Denial, where you can sacrifice a non-token blue creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost, target spell. This an amazing amount of these free spells, right? This one I thought was pretty interesting too. It's kind of like a protection spell. You can like maybe hold off, Aragorn, maybe protect Aragorn. We can just kind of flash this in. It's just another option. It could also be a land. I thought it was a fine choice. Additionally, here we go. Just more instants that can also just act as lands. Razor Glass Ambush deals 3 damage target attacking or blocking creature. That's fine. And then we have Ral, of course, the new Spell Slinger. This fits right into our cost reduction. And, I think we probably want about, 2 or 3 cost reducers in this deck. We'll probably want to play like Barrel, Ral, maybe even like a Goblin Electromancer. I think we have a lot of spells, so I think we can probably play like all the 3 cost reducers. I think they'll be fine choices here. So we have Ral, of course, and instances and sorcery spells. You cost 1 less to cast. That's very nice already. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell during your turn, flip a coin. If you lose a flip, Ral Monsoon Mage deals 1 damage to you. If you win the flip, you may exile Ral. If you do, you may return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. So we can keep the chain going if we need to keep that chain and maybe take that damage as it goes, or we can, if we're not like within like a combat or a time where we can activate the flip it over and do the +1, we can still have that cost reduction. So kind of an interesting one there as well, to be honest. Additionally, like we have our Fanatic of Ronos here. So, people have been really talking about that -8, right? That, exile the top 8 cards of your library and may cast instants and sorcery spells from them this turn without paying their mana cost. Pretty crazy stuff, so really good. Fanatic of Ronos, this is also new like Mana Dork. It just creates an abundance of mana, very good with Aragorn, who just de facto has over 4 power, so we love that. Then we just have, kind of these other multi-phase land cards. So all in all, like we're ordering to our mana base, and we're like kind of mostly nearly 3/5 through our card pool, and mostly they're just spells that are lands or these free spells. So it's MH3 is really interesting, right? To round this out, like you kind of want to just first want to just kind of establish like some combos, right? So for instance, like if we're going to be doing our cost reduction, we want to have like all our cost reducers in there, like Barrel, and also like the Goblin Electromancer, right? And then we want like Burgi to reduce our or to give value to the spells we play, right? And of course, Kaikar works very well with all this. Okay, so you kind of like establish like a little bit of combo there, right? Probably the cards that do very well with like these cost reductions. Let's see, like you have like your Reckless Impulse here, for instance. What is the verbiage on this one? Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards. Okay, so let's see what else we get. We get like Ren's Resolve here, which is also very good. Let's see if I'm missing any from this. Rob the Archives, I guess it fits into there, right, too. I don't need to craft that. Perfect. I know people are playing like the Ruby Medallion a lot now too. I think I only have Mythics though. I don't know if I've picked it up yet. Oh, I do have a Ruby Medallion. Okay, kind of looking on our Storm. I think there's also a card called like Glimpse. Glimpse the Impossible. That's a hot new card here. You can also play like the draw discard spells. No, we don't have like the cards like kind of in Modern, like Pyritic Ritual or anything, So there's that. Bitter Reunion seems like a good choice. Oh, Faithless Looting. We don't get a cost reduction from that. The flashback could be reduced though, right? From this? Well, think about looting. Probably want to play looting if we're going to be playing Mizzet's Mastery, to be honest. What does this one do? Bit of reunion. That could be good for us. Okay. Just chill out, alright? This thing is a nightmare to kind of work through sometimes with this Macintosh because of the side. The side mouse is brutal. It kind of takes over and just gets through everything. Yeah, discard, draw two. It's a fine. It can give things on our board haste too. I like the draw, discard, or discard, draw two. Those are good. Let's see, Volatile Wanderglyph, Tormenting Voice. That's fine. Thrill. Then some other good, just like starting cantrips here, like I think Ragavan's just a good choice at the one spot. Get Strike It Rich is good. For treasure, definitely want Fable. Also gonna want a Goldspan Dragon here. Big score, yep. Unexpected Windfall. Do we want the Storm Kiln? Could be gas. Could be gas. We might play like Smothering Tithe too. Just kind of transition to our EDH game. Willing to try it, I suppose. Yep, we want all these. We want the Urabrask for a Storm. We want Bonehorde Dracosaur for like that mid-range value. We want Goldspan. I don't know if we want Ancient Copper Dragon. It is an interesting choice though. Banditry seems good. Prismari Command, so we're just kind of on a treasure hunt now. Do we want Magma Opus? I mean, it is an interesting... definitely is a very interesting Mizzix Mastery target. It's kind of borderline, right? It's not instant speed, though. It is an instant. Jeez. Wow. Draw two as well. Magma Opus. I don't know if I hate it. It is an interesting card, that's for sure. Especially with the Mizzix Mastery. Yeah. Let's say yes to that for now. Let's keep looking. If I missed anything. If there's anything from the new sets. There's Magda's. Brace Breaker. Seize the Spoils. Try that one. Seems great. Seize. Okay, so we kind of added, let's see, for treasure. Let's just look at all the color pie here for treasure. Yeah, Smothering Tithe is very good. Offer You Can't Refuse is very good. I mean, I guess we're just getting all the good stuff. Treasure Cruise for treasure, yes, we want that. We'll work on our card draw after this and then add removal, and we should probably have a deck. And it will probably be half bad. What do we get out of trash or treasure? Do we have any like crazy artifacts? I mean, we guess like you could find like a Great Henge, but we don't have too much artifacts going in the graveyard. Gallagreeters. No. Yeah, I played like a version of this deck earlier, but I was like, man, let's just add the Modern Horizons 3's cards because I feel like they just have great Storm synergy. So I just said, let's go for it. See what happens, Put it in an Aragorn shell and let it ride into the sunset. There's some kind of stapley cards that I want to put in just because they performed so very well with these Aragorn piles. So this Narset, guys, is just she's great, eh? She is just such a good glue card for us. and the fact because we cast so many spells, and she's very hard to interact with. You know, you want to protect Narset too, so like she does very well with cards like Pact and Negation. Performs very well with those type of cards. I mean, the Ojers are fairly good too. I'd say probably you're going to get more action off the blue Ojer than the red one, to be honest. Just to be honest, guys. Just to be actually get those rebounding spells. This one is a little more of a slow burn. You really have to really be ahead. Some cards that help us get there, like Escape to the Wilds, is very good. Uro is also a very good card. Then you have like your removal suite like Sunfall. And Farewell is very good. Then you have Burn Down the House, which is also fine. Goes with our banditry pretty well. Then you have to run your Path to Exile and Swords. Galvanic. And then I wouldn't mind running like a halfling or something, there. The thing is we have so many lands, and I added so many lands here that I feel like I'm wondering how interesting. I mean, I feel like you have to add at least like your 2 mana ramp at the very least, because this is very low, right? This suite right here, these 1-drops. So let's add it to 100 here. Let's add, for instance, like, because we do want to have like the some sort of ramp here, right? Even like a Signet is good for 4 color. We don't get the Aragorn trigger, so you might have to just let it roll, right, and just take that hit. We do have the snow covered, so we can play into the north. And then if we're gonna play like all the mana dorks, like your Utopia Sprawl, Elf, Mystic, Llanowar Elf. Let's see if we hit add here. There's your halfling and then your pilgrim. So that brings us to 106. So I'm not too sad about cutting out some of these. I suppose like the red-blue lands are kind of prevalent. Green is really important for us. So I don't know about cutting the snow-covered forest. What is this Red Rock Sentinel? I don't know how that got in there. Don't need that one. So we're at 105 here. And we added like so many lands here without really making too many cuts. So I think this is kind of a serviceable list. It looks like it. Do we need all these basics though? We are running a few fetches that will fetch into us. I don't think it would be crazy to like go down there. I mean, we're running Fable Passage. Do we need to run a Fable Passage? Probably not. We go something like that. And got all the nice fetches there. Plaza's okay. Plaza's more good than not, I guess. Have a couple triomes here. Have all the channel lands. I could say no to Silken Zone. Gondra's probably pretty decent. So one more cut, huh? I would be wary about cutting anything like green white or green blue. We have to keep this open for our glimpse too. It only fetches forests. Alright, maybe we'll just have to take out of plains here. Go here. And then, God, do we have to take out a plaza? Maybe. Maybe it is the plaza. We do have the shelter up here. So, we have a lot of legendaries. Not really. Okay. Alright, let's hit done on this one. Alright, and then we'll timestamp this one here. So this is the deck. This is Aragorn, Modern Horizons 3. What we've done here is we just added all the flare spells and basically the lands that count as spells that can be played either as a land and they can come on tap for paying 3 life. For instance, you have a card here like Flare Sink into Super, for instance, where you can either this can act as a card that will return target spell or non-land permanent opponent controls to its owner's hand. That's very cool. It can act like as a bounce card, or it could just be paid into and as a land, which is just extremely valuable. So there's an abundance of that. Of course, we have Rao, Moonstone Mage here. This is like kind of our new Stormy card. We kind of added up like a lot of the payoffs that you'll probably see in the modern decks here that kind of just help you storm off with Rao. I'd suppose that Manamorphose, is that a card that we have available in this particular arena? I mean, that is a very key card that kind of helps you net. Yeah, I just don't think it's available in the arena yet, guys. But I am aware of that card, and I think it is fine chant. Let's see, Manamorphose. Yeah, I just don't think it's available. I know it has draw in its verbiage too, so if we don't see it here amongst these, then it's just not there. So, yep. So no Manamorphs, which is unfortunate. But that kind of helps you net cards too, right? So, you know, we're playing a lot of draw discard. We have cards like Kaikar and Bergi to kind of like continue that chain, reduce the cost spells even further, and basically keep netting, kind of storming off. Of course, Urabrask is like our big payoff for that. You know, if we have an Urabrask to go along with that, we're doing very good. We're just getting, you know, some benefits with some treasures here, and have some nice mid-rangey cards like Bonehor Dracosaur to kind of solve everything and shore it up. We have our nice green ramp, and we're playing like pretty much a good abundance of you know, counter spells. I would probably like to add like a Mana Drain, of course, is just really very good here. Mana Drain is very good. Let's see. There's Mana Drain. Oops. Mana Drain. What to cut in favor of Mana Drain? That's a good question. I suppose like the shelter could go for that. And I guess we're just gonna let this roll, man, and just see what happens. See what happens. See how these new MH3 cards impact the game, and hopefully get in a couple games here. And hopefully the arena doesn't suck me in anymore. No, this is fun. The new set's good, right? So, Aragorn MH3. Sweet. I expect to play lots of spells. That would be the first objective, is to play lots of spells. Roxanne. You go first. Yeah, this seems pretty good. I think we just go ahead and get our elf down like in every instance of this setup, right? Hopefully get into like Escape the Wilds or Urabrask connections. Really freaking good. Got Reckless Impulse. Good Urobras can, definitely. Let's get down to Elf. I think we are probably playing the Portico about 99% of the time. Here. I wouldn't mind some more. That's pretty good. Might pitch the behind a tree here if they don't play like a mana dork. Okay, that one's hard to kill. How much do we need this to get up to? I need it to get to 6, so we can get to 6. So suppose we pitch the Reckless Impulse here. The plan will be to kill Roxanne, of course. Get the banditry up to 6 and kind of wipe the board clean. Could even get Brawl, put Brawl under the bus. Are they gonna like basic check me right here? Okay. We're not super panicked yet. I mean, not super panicked. I'd like to get into like an Urbrask Escape to the Wilds kind of thing. That could be fun. Their Fanatic is going to be able to go off this turn, which is kind of scary. Okay, they abrade it. That sucks. Okay, they would put a Roxanne. Really need to untap land here. Did not get it. So I guess we have to kind of go to Escape to the Wilds and like kind of farewell their stuff. I can play 2 lands this turn. So we can farewell next turn, which we'll definitely need to do. Hopefully we don't die. They get a Crater Hoof here. Panharmonicon, gross. But does that... No, it's just 1 meteor. Okay, not so bad. Okay, bring it out. Bring out a little more for the farewell. Interesting, the Plunderer. So how do we want to go about this, I guess? We can only play 1 land here from this turn, right? So we can go here to Otawara. And hopefully this will leave a green open for us. Yeah, it looks like this is what has to be. This is exile all creatures, artifacts. Yeah. Okay, so they're farewelled. So they just pitched their artifacts. I don't know why they did that. Well, that is their choice. Okay, we can go into Halfling here. A Kogla would be kind of spooky here. They can't go into Roxy yet. Elf. Magda. Okay, this looks like a good spot for like... Can I do Urabrask? I should be able to do Urabrask here. And also do Banditry for 1. Oh, they just scoop. Well, they didn't like that guy. They didn't like that. Ooh, sorry, Roxanne. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Oh. I got my Dutch brothers here. I got my dogs are happy. The wife is on vacation with her friend. Everything is great. I just had my birthday like a day ago or so that was cool. I got a sweet Macintosh. I don't have anything really to complain about. And I got a sweet Aragorn deck that I can beat Roxanne with, so I can be happy about that. Oh my god, we go right into Ulamog? Oh boy. Alright, I guess we're just rolling with this, guys. Probably get the 3 colors going here. Can go right into Ruby Medallion too. Excuse me. Ruby fucking Medallion. I love this card in Marriott. It's like a bomb.com. You know, it's so fun. Like, I always notice that people love Maria. Like, I go to LGS, like, oh, I like her a lot. It's like, yeah, dude, she's good. She's the bomb. Really nasty card. I'd be afraid of Maria commanders. I'm not really much afraid of too much other things. I guess, like, what is the new hot guy? Is the bird Nadu? Might be a little afraid of Nadu. I don't know what's going on here. We're kind of delayed a little bit. So let's look at Ulamog the Defiler while we're just chilling. 10 colorless. When you cast a spell, target opponent exiles the top half of their library. Round it up. Okay. Ward, sacrifice 2 permanents. Wow. Ulamog the Defiler enters the battlefield with a number of 1/1 counters equal to the number of greatest mana value among cards in exile. Ulamog has Annihilator X, where X is the number of X 1/1 counters on it. It's really nasty stuff, right? Nasty guy. That Annihilator, if it swings, you just have to lose all your stuff. Oh, that poor Roxanne player, they're really, feeling good. And then the farewell dropped, and then things changed. Very sad. You could go one of 2 routes. You could get the Hedge Maze out of the way and get into the Halfling. Or you could just go for the Ruby Medallion, which is another choice. What's this do? Okay. I think this would be fine, this offer. I think the offer will be good in this deck. Don't think they have too much counter magic here. Bird. Wow. I mean, wow is right. I mean, what do we do here? I suppose we start with the C's. And we drop the Surveil land, unfortunately. Okay, then we can go into Stomping Grounds. This Ruby Medallion is just kicking ass right now. I should be able to cast Aragorn and keep an offer you can't refuse up, and I really don't see us having too much trouble from there. They can remove this? What can they remove? Thought not. Okay, so they're going to have to take the offer. Right? It's like pretty much my, what do we want to do? I think we're gonna give these 2 up. maybe hold up for this Seagate restoration. The Boseiju is very good. But what we're going to do is we're going to wipe this board up. And then I'm going to draw. I'm not really too afraid of a board wipe. Do I have to discard? Yes. We'll just get rid of the halfling, I think. Okay, let's swing. And then we can go ahead and play this for 2. Let's just drop this. Hold on, let's just be careful. Let's see. Let's just go 2 here. It should only cost me these, right? There we go. And let's drop a fanatic. I would like to get into the Seagate restoration, and it may be close with the fanatic. It just really pumps that. I just need 3 blue, essentially. Can also Balaged for the halfling. I would like a blue source. I mean, have a Ketria Triome. We're getting fairly close here. Ooh, Incubator is very good. Wow, Pact is very good though too, guys. I can't play Seagate yet. I can play it. Can't play it next turn either. I guess we just say go here. Kind of have a wombo bombo with the Pact Balaged. Yeah, not too scared of that. Okay, opponent is in the tank here. They've never experienced an Aragorn pile like this. They're very weary. They're very scared. Okay, say go. Alright, this is good. So now what we can do is we can go get our blue source, and we can play our Seagate Restoration, which would be great. Blue, white. Okay, now I can go ahead and get into this. Alright, we're getting pretty Pretty roped up right here. Um, yeah, I mean, I think we can just kind of loop these up, right, guys? So the Pinnacle Monk can get back the packs if we want them. The Galvanic can, I don't know exactly what we'll do with the Galvanic iteration. We're not really copying too much here yet, so I think it's fine, something like this. Okay, so this looks pretty good here. I can make another Fanatic here and kind of buff Aragorn up to all hell, which would be kind of an interesting play. And really swing in for like lots of damage. So we could try that. Have Pact open anyways, right? Or we could even go into like we can go to an Escape of the Wilds and get like a lot of value from that. The world is our oyster right now, guys. So yeah, we can just go right into Escape. And that's it. The Modern Horizon 3 cards, guys, are just, they can't be messed with. They really can't. I can't believe I could cast a Seagate Restoration right there and then go into an Escape to the Wilds. It's crazy. Alright, we'll do one more. Deck is gas. Everything is gas. Thank you for being here today. I know people are watching. So have a great day. I know you guys like to have a good day. So that's great. Emoti. Yeah, maybe they'll be on the play. We just continue our gas. We're just gassing. We do have flare too, so I think we definitely want to make sure we're sticking with like red green. We have a blue source here, so red green, to get the flare. Even if we don't have a creature to sacrifice, it's still like a cultivate, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Pinnacle Monk is very cool too. It always helps to go first too as well. There's no doubt about it. Wow, Fable the Mirror Breaker. Alright, guys. Unstoppable MH3 Aragorn has been initiated. No one wants... I didn't know we were Auto Scoop Commander. I thought that was Nadu. There's a lot of hysteria about Nadu. I'm telling you guys, you can beat him, man. It's beatable. It's not like it's a death sentence. It does pop off. When it does go into its thing, it goes in a thing. You need to play like a little bit of enchantment removal. There's ways. Selesnya is good at that. There's some hard counters to it. I think it's a fine... It's extremely hard, so maybe it's not fine. I mean, the ability, like, to be targeted by abilities is a little extreme, Yeah, it's a little extreme, but it's not like... It kind of reminds me of Omnath, where it's just, perhaps beatable. But this is an interesting hand, too. We have our Electromancer, we have Into the North, we have all these kind of cantrips here. Do we want another land? I don't think I mind it. Definitely will, how many lands in hand do we have? Yeah, I think that's fine. Turgid is scary. I do not have that yet. So go right into the Electromancer here. He's a very good card. If it lives, we can ramp, we can, get into some other stuff here. But they're in black, so yes, of course. Makes sense. We can continue our ramp train here, which we will. And we need white. If we have white, we don't have it. Bummer. I did remove that white source. That was kind of one of the things I did, so that may be my bad. It might bite me. So let's just get a red source here, I suppose. And then drop this Ketria Triome. Plunder. Okay, this one I suppose. No, I don't want to go down too many cards. Bergie. Bergie's cool. think I might just die. Let's go ahead and go into Ren's Resolve, see if I can get any lands. No, we cannot. Well, we can flare at least. We can get in. The thing is, I don't have any white lands, basic lands. It's kind of brutal. Deck air. Fire Hexing Obliterator, brutal. I think we do have to get some value out of our Urabrask at least. I think we're going to be playing this on the artifact side, I guess, the Burgi. Okay, take 5? Sure. I really screwed myself over, huh? Oh no, and I gave him that? Oh no. Okay guys, this is a big blunder. Big blunder Ruski. Man, I guess the shuffle was like, there is a weakness, Blake, in your deck. You're not playing a white plains in your pile. And I just to get my Urabrask too. Well, and we were on the play, so I mean we had, you know, all the advantage. So I did think it probably did come down to not having white mana, to be honest, guys. So let's get that one up. Yeah, we could go down like a green. I didn't know, like, I was kind of worried about us like putting cards in our graveyard and not having enough green basics for Glimpse the Core, really. So that was kind of my big worry about that. But I think we're going to be okay. And this would be the list that I would post into the net for the world. There we go. Snow-covered forest, and then we just go to snow plains. Surge of snow. Snow. And we go here. There we go. And then we're good. Yep. So there it is. That should be sufficient. Oh, it's Nadu. Okay. Big matchup. Opponent goes first. Oh, interesting. Kind of a slowish guy. What do I do on... This can come in untapped. What do I do on 3, though? Just a Valakut? Doesn't seem the greatest. Do get closer to the Dracosaur. I think we're going to free mulligan this one. And then we have the Mana Dork. Seems better. Have Ragavan here. This can be paid 3 life to come in untapped. I don't know if that's useful yet. But I could Jawari his Nadu, which would be very good. Can I Jawari his Nadu? So either now we can mana drain his Nadu, or Jawari if he reaches the criteria of going over the 4 lands, which it looks like he did. So Jawari would not work for this. I can mana drain it though, which would be fine. Wow. Spell Pierce? Really? What? No! No! How did they have Spell Pierce? Bullshit. I don't believe it, guys. Shit. What do we do now? I guess we have to do this. Bitter reunion. Might be okay. Do we think that we can Joari something? Do we want to Joari something? I don't think we have enough mana to. They're having a stick, so they have a path negation too. Jesus, how toxic is this pile? Pock? What a joker. And I think their last card is path negation, so that's kind of interesting. Let's just go here, colorless. Can pitch our galvanic. Do need another red source. It's gonna hurt. This Pock and this stupid flyer is gonna hurt me for a second here. But we can go into a Dracosaur next turn and maybe stabilize. But I think they have a pact of negation, so we might be super dead. That Spell Pierce was brutal, guys. I think we were just free and clear after if they didn't have an interaction for it. And the stupid Pock is just getting a ton of value. Oh, we can probably block with our Ragavan. Oh, they're not swinging with a Pock. I think this is a block. Yeah, I think this is a block. No trample. Like I said, I feel like they have the goods. So we just try for this. Then we get pacted. Counterspell. Great. Well, that was really fun. Yeah, I had fun. Got Mythweaver Pock though, which wasn't very fun. Don't worry. I don't have to worry about those cards in real life. They don't have to haunt me. It's like basically a Mythweaver Pock you have to think about is like basically what is the card? It's akin to a Primeval Titan for like 2 less mana. I guess you could kind of see it like that, where it's basically netting you 2 or more lands a cycle. Okay, so we're in the Nadu cycle, so it looks like I do have green-red here. So we can probably keep this. Another good Ouroboros can. I'm very proud of the deck. It looks very good. It looks very fun. Looks very appropriate. Really love the cost-reducing cards like Brawl and the new Ral. I think they're fantastic here. Opponent goes first, so, you know, we're going to be kind of up against it from the start. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello there. There is an old adage, and I haven't seen him for a while. One of the older grand champions, he would talk about ramp, and one of the key parts about ramp is that you play the ramp first that you can't utilize right at the moment. So like you want to like basically play like Utopia Sprawl if you can, you know, at a later time, right? Because it will be available immediately. You know, can be available immediate. So I think what we do here for this particular one, I think what we do is we don't have like the kind of the mana to do this, so we have to go kind of into the north here. And I think we still have to fetch up a green for the Utopia Sprawl for later. And then we go here into Shatterskull, just tapped. So we're ramping very well now. We don't have double blue yet. Urbrass could be a fine choice. I wonder if they'll have interaction if they go into Nadu here. Kind of a slow start for them, to be honest. Okay, so they do go into the bird. Okay, this one seems pretty good for us. So I think what we can do is just go ahead and shock this one in. Now, if we go into this, what can we do? I think we want a Utopia Sprawl. I don't see any Field of Ruins or anything here. But still, I think we probably played this, give this a color too, right? We need lots of red, but we also need blue. But now we can't play Arabrask. We can play Aragorn though. I wonder if there's probably a, yeah, I don't, but there probably was a world where we could play Urbrass there, right? I suppose. Frogify. This is not like the Nadu I'm too scared of. Okay, that's a good card for them. Get to draw some cards. Okay, pretty good. Lots of gas. Ooh, Ivy is very good. They get to draw a lot of gas here. That's a good draw for us, because we can maybe hopefully kind of storm off with Urbrask a little bit. So let's try. Wow, this is pretty cool, huh? With a casualty. Here we go in here. Strike it rich. Go into Thrill. Can flip this over. Do we want to play our Mystic? Yeah, I suppose so. Well, with Ivy on the battlefield, it might get a little gross here, so probably not the best for us. I don't think we'll die yet, but we lost our Kaikar, unfortunately. And we're just kind of stuck on lands. I don't think the bird is our best matchup. I feel like you have to like really be having a lot of combat for the bird. And they've been just drawing gas. I mean, they haven't been playing a lot of lands. There's been like getting an abundance of gas in their hand. Network Disruptor. I don't know what the... Oh, that targets too? That's gross. I guess they can continue the chain, right? They just kind of have to keep targeting their stuff. They'll just keep getting more stuff going on here. And the land does come in untapped. Wow, they've just been breaking on land. So maybe I've been getting really fortunate. I'm still alive. Bonehard Dracosaur maybe just not good enough here, right, guys? So, yeah, I think moving forward, I mean, Boneyard Dracosaur is very good, right? But maybe it doesn't fit maybe too much. I just kind of think he's kind of like a mid-rangey card, but he doesn't really look too good here, does he? Yeah, we're just going to be dying to these flyers here. So, Nadu got me. Got me good. See if there's anything good in here, really. I wouldn't mind like another, let's see here. Maybe a cost reducer would be another. Cost reducer would be really good. So you have Brawl, Goblin Electromancer, Ral. There's a bunch of them. Oh, opponent did it in a legal way. Like nothing too out of the ordinary here. And just easy lethals for them. The bird got us, guys. It got us good. I don't know what gets us out of that. I mean, if y'all want to add a suggestion, I'm definitely willing to like kind of look out, or maybe a different card other than Bono. Oh my God, I didn't even have Mizik's Mastery in here. That's a big no-no. Mizik's. Oh wow, I can't believe I was missing that card. It's like a huge bomb. It's like the most important card for our deck. You guys were probably yelling to the gods about that. How good is Goldspan Dragon? I mean, maybe we're just like really just all in on the spells, right? We got multi-face cards. Do we have Shatter Skull? Yeah, we got Shatter Skull. Got Mary's Call. We got all the colors that are represented. Got Treasure Cruise. We have Uro. Uro is just like a good like ramp, kind of gets into our graveyard. Got Looting. Yeah, it's feeling pretty solid. Unexpected Windfall, big score. Yeah, I still think Mana Drain's very solid. Got all our Paths cards. Cornucopia. Oh, you know what else is good is the Elysian. Huh. About on our 4 spot, we have Narset. That's good. You know what would be like kind of a nice one though? Is just like one of the boots. Kind of protect our Aragorn and maybe give it ward. It's kind of just a nice one of, right? Alright, for sure the last game. Probably still get to the Nadu queue. It looks like we found our way into that kind of hellish queue, so that's fine. Quasar. Maybe they're giving us a little break from Nadu. Yep, all this looks good. We got a little bit of ramp. Lots of ramp. Lots of choices. Kind of amazing how good that Ruby medallion was that game. It was amazing. Okay, so we can go into either Glimpse or Tangle Florahedron here. Probably a Glimpse is the safest bet. You could also play around like certain counter magic, like if you think they have like negate or something, but or removal. Like this looks like Sentinel. I mean, so we can kind of play around it. Sentinel. So let's try. If they remove it, we might be in some serious trouble. Okay, they're ramping. The Esper Sentinel's so good, right, guys? Just drawing like a million cards from us. So we just probably go into the cornucopia or most mana efficient way. We can pay for it. We can pay for the Sentinel here. Quesa, she draws the cards right and you lose life. It's pretty good. The Surgical Bay. Oh, Oracle of the Alpha. Brutal. Still, we can still pay for this guy. Sure. Alright, we got our cornucopia going now, which is kind of fun. Okay, Oracle's getting busy. They're topping. Power 9, of course. Power 9. Probably a Black Lotus. Will they play their commander and give us a turn to have fun with Aragorn? Time Warp. Go ahead. So not only are they like toxic with their Oracle of Alpha, they have to play Time Warp too, so they have no balls. No balls here, guys. It's okay. It's okay, they're trying to make this, Quesa work, which is fine, I guess. Do they just get a time walk now with their Oracle? That'd be very fun, right? Very cool for them. I'm pretty sure they'll probably play their commander eventually, right, guys? We're in really good shape, though, I promise you. I think. You can draw lots of cards. Maybe beat him on a counter war with a pact. I'd hate for them to remove my cornucopia, though. Treasure Cruise. Sure. That's fine. Do I get to play Magic now? Please? Alright, we'll shock this one in. Okay, we're just chilling. Straight up chilling right now. Single target removal is kind of spooky right now in Aragorn. Gonna have to make a decision if I would want to pact it or not. I think having their commander is fine. I think that's fine too. I'm surprised they're not playing their commander with this stuff. So commander now. Time warp, time walk. Supreme verdict can't be countered. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Okay, so what are we gonna do this turn? We can go right back in Aragorn. That's fine. I think a smothering tithe or something, or I don't know. I don't know what it could possibly be. You can play this as a land, which is awesome. See, these are just like the new things, huh? Lich's Mastery, huh? Sure. Say go. Give me a turn. Play the queezer. What you got? What you got, opponent? Psycho Rift. To my hand? Sure. Just an amazing amount of life from this thing. Yeah, let's go into Bitter Reunion. I won't need the Sunfall. Sweet. Mox Emerald. I think this is okay because they're gonna have to destroy. They're gonna have to like destroy their permanents and such. Sure. So I can just Utopia Sprawl. This one. What happens if they draw? Pay 1. Yeah, I'll pay 1. Sure. White. What does this do? Four here. 3 there. I mean, they're gonna have to get rid of so many permanents. I'll decline that one. And draw. And then I just take out one of their non-basic lands. Like this, like one of these. Blue-black. Sure. So they have to get things in their hand, right? And then they're gonna have to discard all. They're gonna have to get rid of all their lands. Oh, they can think things from their graveyard. That's pretty good, actually. I might be in trouble. I didn't know that. I didn't know they could exile cards from their graveyard. Oh, shit. Well, guess you learn and you live. But I could always get back into Aragorn too. I don't know if they can go infinite with this. Well, they're going to have to do something here. Oh, I guess I can just pay the 1, right? Oh, you know what? I'll just save that for later if I need it. Oof, that's 9. 9 Bone Daddies. Well, I guess the good thing is they don't have a graveyard anymore. So the 1 ring would be kind of spooky right now, to be honest. I will take treasure. Treasures are good. Yeah, kind of a longer video, but I'll definitely put in like the timestamps. I mean, it's fun, right? You guys can kind of fish around and stuff. I guess this is fine. Okay. Why is this targeting me? Oh no, I died. I wasn't supposed to let that resolve. Oh, fuck. Sorry guys, I messed this up. I messed it up so bad. Alright, well, you live and you learn. Cards are weird. You know, they might have had a counterspell anyways, so maybe I just lose that game outright anyways, but yeah, I think it was pretty much overall a good run. I could have probably countered that Leech's Mastery and maybe had a better chance there, so that's on me, but overall I think the deck is super solid. I think of all the choices that we kind of put in there and all the things that we kind of added are quite good. So yeah, I mean, like, I think even when you get like EDH, you can even add like a Legolas, like the Legolas Quick Reflexes here would probably even be a better choice than even Lava Spur Boots. Just to say that. So there's probably definitely some benefits. You could even probably play like a Tameo Safekeeping too, which would probably be actually a better choice, to be honest. Maybe there's a Tyvar's Last Stand, which is also very good. So that would be the list. And thanks for all if you guys hung out and saw some new cards that you liked. Let me know. And that's about it. Bye-bye.